Yes. Okay. There's something to press, I think, here. All right. There we go. Thank you very much.
The CEO, Witness Protection Agency, Ms. Jedida Waruyu, Senior Counsel, representative of the PS Children's Services, Juguna, Executive Director of Lawyers Without Borders, Jessica Rickman, and your colleagues, Deputy Directors, the ODPP, regional heads, county heads, and colleague prosecutors, representatives of the various development partners and our valued partners, members of the Fourth Estate, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Mumechoka sana. Good morning.
Good morning.
That's better. Now, I'm invited here to make these remarks on behalf of the Director of Public Prosecutions, who got a very late invite to attend the swearing in of the judges of the Court of Appeal. They requested me to come and make these remarks on his behalf. He also asked me to pass his greetings. Mmezipokea? Now, it is with great honor for me to address you today during the launch of the ODPP Guide to Child-Friendly Interviews. This guide marks a significant milestone in our collective journey towards a criminal justice system that is innovative and ensures the best interest of the child is paramount. Children who come into contact with the criminal justice system, either as victims, witnesses, or those in conflict with the law, most often encounter traumatic and at times intimidating and stressful scenarios in court. I believe that was scenarios in court. Therefore, it behoves the criminal justice system to ensure that in the pursuit of justice, we do not inflict further harm on the children. This guide, therefore, is an innovative mechanism that ensures children are not subjected to re-traumatization through repeated questioning, intimidating environments, and processes that fail to account for a child's emotional and development needs, while taking into account the human rights-centric and child-friendly prosecutions. The ODPP Guide to Child-Friendly Interviews is not only a professional tool, but also a moral compass. It draws from international best practices, aligns with our constitutional values and child protection laws, which lay paramount emphasis on the best interest of the child principle. The guide provides a clear, structured, trauma-informed and rights-informed approach to prosecutors and child justice actors when interviewing children, setting out best practices for conducting interviews in a manner that leaves the child feeling safe and supported. And I was just reflecting about 15 years ago while serving in Kilifi County. It must have been one of the first sexual exploitation cases that maybe was handled in this country at that time. Someone had traveled from Switzerland, was in Kilifi, and went to the beach. And you know our children, the way they swim. For those of you who grew up in the villages, you know our swimming costume, how it looks like. And this guy was taking pleasure in taking those children while swimming in their birthday suits. And I was tasked by the DPP then to prosecute that matter. These guidelines were not there. Neither did we have a children's division. Some of these best practices that we're talking about were not known to us. Monda here, Jacinta will tell you, we were prosecuting based on our innate wisdom, you know, the wisdom that God gave you, your feelings, you know. We got it right, but just to inform you that these tools you're being given are very important. And the office is really equipping you to work more effectively and to deliver justice more efficiently to those that we serve. So just as Jacinta remarked earlier, please internalize these guidelines as they are very important for you in the way you're going to carry out your jobs going forward. The guide further emphasizes preparation, non-leading questions, age-appropriate communication, and more importantly, acknowledges that the quality of a child's experience in the justice system directly affects both their well-being and integrity of the evidence obtained. Justice is strongest when institutions work together with a shared purpose and a shared humanity. In this regard, the guide recognizes the critical role of intermediaries, psychologists, children officers, interpreters, and other professionals, affirming that justice for children can only be achieved through collaboration, coordination, and mutual respect among all child justice actors. As Kenya continues to embrace technology within the justice system, these guidelines promote the use of video-recorded interviews, providing timely and practical direction on how technology can be used to protect children by reducing the number of interviews a child must endure and minimize the risk of secondary victimization. At the heart of this guide is a simple but powerful principle: do no harm. When we protect children from harm within the justice system, we do more than prosecute crime. We restore trust, preserve dignity, and offer hope. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions is committed to ensuring that these guidelines are not merely launched, but fully implemented. In addition, ODPP has made deliberate strides to enhance our presence to the protection of children in the justice system. One, we have established a children division and a dedicated child justice unit drawing from a pool of prosecutors across the country handling children matters. We have set up child-friendly interview rooms in 9 key locations to ensure victims and witnesses are engaged in safe, trauma-informed environment. I take this opportunity to acknowledge all those who contributed to the development of this guide: prosecutors, child justice experts, stakeholders whose expertise and dedication made this document possible. Your commitment reflects a shared belief that justice must be firm, but it must also be humane. In conclusion, this guide is a clear statement of who we are and what we stand for as an institution. It affirms that justice for children must never come at the expense of their well-being. I therefore call upon all prosecutors, child justice actors, as well as stakeholders to embrace these guidelines, to apply them diligently, and to continuously reflect on how we can do better for the children entrusted to our care. It is now my singular honor and pleasure to officially launch the ODPP Guide to Child-Friendly Interviews. Thank you very much.